Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I am I am tired. Today has been an extremely long day. Um the ripping and the running has it's been a lot. And for the most part, I got everything done that I needed done. Had a few setbacks, a few little hiccups here and there, but I handled them with grace and decorum. Didn't blow up, didn't get extra. I didn't scream, I didn't holler. I just was like, fuck. So basically, the day started off with me waking up and thanking God that He woke me up. And then I had some coffee, and I have a daily constitution that I do. It's my coffee. I sit in the lady lounge, look out the window, think, and contemplate what needs to be done throughout this day. So I sat in here and I just chilled, had my coffee, and then I did some perusing of Facebook and Instagram, and I ordered these bracelets, and I believe I posted the pictures of these bracelets on my community page. And I ordered a few of them for some girlfriends. They're really not Christmas gifts, more so like maybe after Christmas because the delivery date is not going to be here till after Christmas. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And then Anson and I went and did laundry, right? And the crazy part about that was we put the laundry in, and I'm just like, something's telling me, like, we put it in the wash, but something's telling me I got more whites than this. Not a whole bunch, but more than this. And I'm thinking, did I leave? Did we leave them at the house? So I go and look in the trunk as we're putting the hatchback of my truck. And he's putting the clothes in the dryer. What's still in the back of the truck? A small bag of whites. So I had to wash those. And it's a 21-minute wash cycle. So while those were washing, I also wanted to go to GameStop. I took him to GameStop and I ran into this little store next to GameStop and I actually bought this shirt. I thought it was really cute. Bought this shirt. Then when we left GameStop, we went back to the laundromat and it was on like 2 minutes. Put that shit in the dryer, okay? The shit that wasn't washed with the original wash. Then threw it in took out the washer, put it in the dryer because the other stuff was still drying. And then we left and we went to Best Buy. Then we went to Home Depot. Then we went to Walgreens. Then we went to PetSmart. Oh, and before we even went to the laundromat, we had to go to the bank. So I hit the bank, laundromat, Walmart, Best Buy, Home Depot, Walgreens, PetSmart, back to the laundromat, picked up the laundry because it was nice and dry. It was still spinning. There was like 18 minutes left on it. I got my shit out. It was dry and it just felt so nice and clean. Left there, came home, folded the laundry, got the laundry put up, took my hair out of my scarf. Hey, what's up, fire lady? Took my hair out of my scarf, took my pin curls down, combed the weave out, went to Texas de Brazil. I have never ate that much food in my life. They just kept food coming. And then My son was like, Mom, you got to turn the thing over to tell them to stop because they just kept coming. And the prime rib was so good. It was tender, it was juicy. I had what do you call that, chimichurri for it. I ate plantains. Good evening, card. Good evening, dear. I ate plantains. I had some sort of Brazilian bread, like cheese bread, like these little balls. It was the perfect amount of cheesiness, salty. It was very savory. I loved it. I ate a big ass salad. I had a bowl of lobster bisque soup, and then it was just meat and just meat and just ate and ate. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, I can't even believe I ate this much. My body is like literally going into shock because I don't eat like that. And I didn't eat all day in preparation for this dinner. Man, my sons were like going crazy. Maddie was just like, not too much. Maddie was like, they don't have a kids menu, like with mini pizzas. I was like, no. Um, ate and we got home. The house is nice and warm. Is cozy. You know, everything is clean and orderly. And I'm just like, I'm full than a motherfucker. I can't eat anything else. I feel so full. I don't even know if I can eat tomorrow. It'll probably be late. Oh, it'll probably be late in the day that I eat. So that's going on. Aston has to work tomorrow. It's not going to be snowing. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, it's going to snow. I just thank God and the universe for aligning his work day that those 2 days he does not have to go to work Thursday or Friday, because those are going to be the snow days. And I'm just happy my son doesn't have to be out there dealing with that. Then he works Saturday in the evening, and then he works Christmas Day in the evening. And, it's well, he works at night till the morning. And that's cool because he's gonna get, Aston has discovered holiday pay. And he sees what holiday pay makes your checks look like, supposed to not holiday pay. You know what I mean? So um yeah, I'm just looking forward to Christmas. Um I guess Thursday, Friday. I guess I don't know. I need to go pick up a few gifts. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. My kids are grown and they get a lot of shit through the year. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, what the fuck else do you want? So but I know they want a few things. But we got a late start because other things come up, and life comes up. And I'm just happy they're not little people anymore. But they want their mama's cooking, so I'll be cooking and chilling in my house and just minding my business and being, calling my girlfriends and chit chatting with them on Christmas and drinking coffee, which will eventually go into water, which will transition over to Coronas. You know what I mean? Oh, and by the way, please hit the like button. I would deeply appreciate that. What else is going on? I'm I'm a little tired, but I don't want to lay down after eating all that food. I just feel like if I lay down and I took an antacid prior to going out there, to eat. And I'm just like, if I lay down, I just feel like I'll have heartburn. Hey, Vicky, how are you, dear? Good evening. So I'm just gonna just sit up and let that food kind of work its way down. What else? One of the highlights of my day, other than going to dinner this evening, was when Aston and I were in Walmart and I was looking very intently for my Twizzlers ropes, strawberry, because I love strawberry anything. I found them, but I found them in some big packs. I was like, Aston was like, oh, somebody's really happy. I was like, look, man, no one asked for your sarcasm. Not a soul. But yeah, like I said, I'm just tired. I've been listening and perusing here and there, and I've seen a few things pop up about Tory Lanez and little Tory Lanez and Meg the Stallion, and I'm just like, uh, okay. And then I'm hearing people's comments and stuff like that. And I think one of the things that people are completely not getting is that girl got shot in her foot. And people are making it, minimizing it. And, you know, me being me, I'm praying for her and I'm praying for him. That's all I could do. It ain't in my hands. It's not. It's not even in you guys' hands. I just pray that, somewhere along the lines, there is some healing and, but yeah, I bought those bracelets that I posted on my community page. Um, Lady Fire Sign has been my friend 20 some years. I actually got her one. I bought five of them. It's a cute gift. I just thought it, I mean, it's deep. My friendship with Lady Fire Sign is way deeper than that. But the bracelet says it all. I was just like, this is cute. And it's funny too. And even if she doesn't wear it, she has it and she knows that her friend got it for her because we do talk big shit when we're not talking about gardening and vegetables and flowers and stuff like that. We talk big shit. So, yeah. What else is going on? Really nothing. Can't wait to see tomorrow morning. Hold on. Can't wait to see tomorrow morning what Donald Trump's tax returns that he wouldn't show anyone is looking like because they'll be released tomorrow. I'm sure he's at Mar-a-Lago um, flipping his comb over. I know he's probably not happy about that at all. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, ever since they had income tax return and shit like that, all the presidents have released theirs, but him, you know, even Richard Nixon released his. And he said, hey, look, if there's any impropriety with my income tax returns, holla at your boy, Tricky Dick, and I'll pay it. I don't know what it is that Donald Trump feels like he doesn't have to do anything. It's really weird. And the fact that he isn't audited. People who don't make the type of money he makes get audited. And they're not even doing anything nefarious with their tax money. They say poor people are more likely to get audited than wealthy people. He's up there in a top tier, different type of tax bracket, and y'all not auditing him? Like, what's going on? You know, if I got audited and he does and he don't, I'm going to Washington D.C. and I'm gonna be like the Bill on Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a Bill. Yes, I'm only a Bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Because I want some answers. I'm gonna need some answers. Y'all couldn't go after him and y'all come after me? Why? Why? I'm comfortable, but I ain't Donald Trump comfortable. And if y'all want to know something about my money, hey, I'm an open book. But y'all got to go through all of this to get his tax shit. What's up with his tax shit that can't nobody that took so long for everyone to see? It's not like we asking about your medical records. It's your tax shit. But I was told 9 times out of 10, he hasn't paid any taxes in a long time. Essentially making that probably not 100% sure some form of income tax evasion. Like, dude, you're fucking weird. And so is your hair. I just, during the time he was in office, we went through a pandemic. That was like the biggest, the pandemic, um, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. But fundamentally, as people of color, our lives really didn't change. Hey, Pillow Talk, what's up, boo? Fundamentally, Black people's lives didn't change. You know, I don't know what other people think, and I respect everyone's opinion when it comes down to politics because you have yours and I have mine. And my thing is, I have been Black for 51 years. I have been an adult since I was 18. And across the board, Black people have continued to forge on, and Black people's lives haven't changed. You understand what I'm saying? So it's Donald Trump being in office. What changed was people's level of emboldenment and just saying shit off the cuff, because they wasn't saying nothing, like that. And then that's when all that Karen stuff started, Karen and Ken stuff, and people talking out the side of their neck. Because he made them feel like, hey, he says super shit. I could say that too. That's what changed, you know. And I just one of those people that if you don't have anything good to say, just don't say it. He was saying a lot of wild ass shit. You know, I look at it like this. If he runs for president again, hopefully nothing erupts and nothing goes overly crazy. And you can only run for president twice. So at least if he did run and he did win, at least we know he can't run a third time. You know what I mean? He can't do it a third time. Just go somewhere. Like, bro, You have a Mar-a-Lago and other properties and, you know, money. And why can't you just go enjoy yourself? See, a person like him is never satisfied. Um, he's never satisfied. At that age, you like this man about 120 years old or something. You know, you just supposed to be sitting poolside, having your housekeepers like bring you cocktails and heart medication. Donald Trump is a weird, weird, strange man. Most overly wealthy people just fade off. You know, they do it. They do eccentric shit, like become recluse and don't want to talk to anybody. He just gotta be there. If I had Trump money, I'd be somewhere having somebody peeling me a motherfucking grape, drinking champagne, probably somewhere in the south of France, you know, somewhere in the Maldives, minding my motherfucking rich ass motherfucking business. He want to try to run the United States. What? Come on, man. Go sit down somewhere. Let's see, someone he needs that. He has that insatiable need to have power. All the money, all the women, all the businesses. He's still not happy. And I'm going to tell you why. He has a small penis. Hmm. That's what it is. All that money, all those women. And that's how you looking down there. I'm sure that hurts. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, ah, oh, this is so beautiful. I can't do that. But I ain't ugly. He gotta look at himself and know he running around here like this with all that money. Ugh. Mm. That's why there be these bum ass dudes with $3 in their pocket and a ding dong down to their knees got more confidence and swag than Mr. Trump did. I just never seen. Well, there are people who are like him. They're narcissists now. And I'm not out here using the word because everyone uses that word. Oh, so much. Oh, narcissism. But he really is. Like, there's something really wrong with him. And see, I'm older than some of you. And I remember he, back in like the 80s, early 80s, he would be on like Robin Leach's Lifestyle and Rich and Famous. And, I was a kid. So he seemed cool. The motherfucker had a gold toilet and gold faucets and shit in his house. And as a kid, you think, whoa, gold toilets. That's crazy. He had a boat with gold toilets and shit. And he just seemed like a cool, we seen when I was a kid. Like I said, I didn't know shit about him. I just knew it was this dude named Donald Trump who was on Robin Leach's Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous. I didn't know anything about him. And then you get older and you start hearing the stories about, oh, he's been a jerk forever. And you're just like, oh, wow. It's so fucking crazy because I really did think he was cool at time in my life. I wasn't heartbroken or anything, anything like that, but it's just in life, you might see a celebrity or something, and you might like their body of work, be it an actor or a singer or a musician, and you just be thinking, oh, I just love their music, or athlete, and then when you meet them, they're like the biggest dicks in the world, and you be like, damn, I don't even like that motherfucker no more. He's an asshole, you know. People like that, like the athletes or the singers, they didn't. If they might have became assholes. Donald Trump had been an asshole. He was born into some asshole shit. You know what I mean? So you really can't be like, oh, that guy's a jerk. He's been a jerk. You know, people is crazy. Girl, exactly. Feed me my grapes. Come on. Mm-mm. No one has time to be that old and still trying to do anything, let alone run a nation. One of the most powerful nations in the world. Really? Motherfuckers be thinking and planning and plotting like, how can I retire by the time I'm 50? Because don't nobody want to be doing all that extra shit. Who really wants to work to 65? That's what motherfuckers be taking early retirement and shit. Like, fuck that, I'm out of here. And here he is, 70 something. He old and trying to be a president. I ain't gonna lie to you. Maybe they should have some sort of cutoff with, presidential age. Same way they should have a cutoff with old, maybe older people driving because their reaction time ain't like younger people. That's why I like to know how my kids drive and shit. So when I get old, God willing, they could tote me around like I toted them everywhere. Come take me to the doctor. Come run mama to the market. You know, just shit like that. Mm-mm. Oh, it's so crazy, this world. But hey, what can we do? I'm not moving to Mars. Okay? I'm not moving to no outer space ass shit. I'm here. I want to be here. Just like, okay. Are people going to get it together? Probably not. I'm a realist. Only thing you could keep control of is you. That's it. I be seeing shit going on in the world and I be like, mm. Someone's like, oh, you should really care. And I don't. I pick and choose what I care about. Things that I know fundamentally I can't change. Can't make nobody like you. Can't make people love you. Racism is not going anywhere. You know, poverty isn't going anywhere. People being jerks, it's not going anywhere. It's been going on since the beginning of time. Seriously, there's always been some jerky shit. Just focus on you. Everything always works its way out. I promise you. But that's just how I feel. That's just me. People like, why don't you get real upset sometimes? And I do. There's certain things I get very upset about. And then I have to calm down and be like, can't change it. You know what I mean? Because people are weird. They are. People are weird. But I do stay prayerful and I do pray for people. And I pray for people I don't like. I pray for situations that I don't like, that, things have resolved. But if it don't happen, at least I did my part. Saying a little prayer. It's going to be 2023. I have some amazing, amazing things going on in my life, in the life of my business, and the people who are within business with me. And I'm just like, hey, gotta be cool breeze about shit. You know, I gotta play everything cool. I don't wanna be upset, all that other shit. It's like, ew, that's not cute. People be like, oh, that's not cute. And they really don't mean it. Like when I say, ew, that's not cute, I really mean it. And then I'd be like, I don't care. I have what I care about. Then there are things I just don't care about. Meg the Stallion and Lil Tory Lanez. I don't care. Shit that's going on with Kanye. I don't care. You know, even Donald Trump's fucking tax return shit. I don't care, but I want to see. It's a difference. I just want to see out of curiosity. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Was that the police? Someone almost got their car stolen over here earlier. And since I got in from the restaurant, I've been seeing a lot of police just like circling. And I guess they're looking for someone, you know. See, that's what makes me mad. Shit like that. Those are things I actually care about. Walk into your car, a young person, a thug, comes up to you and demands your shit and scares you and makes you feel like you might potentially lose your life over a car. I care about that. And homelessness and shit like that. Other shit, I just be like, I can't do nothing about it. I wish there could be something to. It's like I have an app on my phone. I don't know if you guys have it in your area. It's called Citizen, and I can go to sleep. I wake up in the morning, I get my coffee. I come up here to the lady lounge, and I start going through my notifications, and it'd be like 10 different things happen here in the city in my area because it I guess it they show shit that's happening in your area first and then things that happen outside of your area. And I'm like, damn, all this happened while a motherfucker was asleep. It's crazy. Crazy. Oh, and speaking of the snow, okay. We have a thing here in Chicago called dibs. And that's when you put a marker outside, a cone, a lawn chair, and you save your parking space because you shovel your snow out. We're supposed to get 8 inches of snow. And I'm gonna make sure my two vehicles are shoveled out. And I'm gonna have my place markers. And I'm gonna put my place marker where my car, if I gotta come out, or the other car has to leave. And that's some shit I care about. Because if I take the time with my old ass to shovel or have my kids shovel, and you move that cone and park your car there, like Chicago, you do some shit like that. Somebody shovel their space out and you move they place marker, they're saving their parking space that they done shoveled out. They usually like flatten your tires on your car. Not one. They'll do all four. And, some motherfuckers will bust your window, open your trunk, get your spare and flatten your spare tire, plus the four tires that are currently on your car. It gets real. And if people who do that will be people you least expected. Mm. Keep that snow. I know it's gonna start snowing Thursday all the way through Friday. Then Saturday and Sunday, it's supposed to get down to like -9, -20, some weird shit. I'm just like, so Aston, you gonna have to pull out mama's surreals because I gotta stay warm. But I'm trying not to really go anywhere, do anything. Maddie talking about she got to go up to her old school on Friday or some shit. I'm just like, for what? We can be in the middle of a snowstorm. Is the school even gonna be open? Most of those kids, because Friday I think is their last day of school. Most of those kids ain't even gonna be in school. Motherfuckers gonna wake up. It's gonna start snowing Thursday. Motherfuckers probably won't go to school Thursday or Friday. She wanna go get her hair braided. Now the hair braiding place right around the corner. I could fuck with that. But all that driving out in the elements, I don't want to do that. I don't. I do like being in my cozy, warm, clean, fully food stocked house, watching my cable, minding my motherfucking business. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's like, I, I just want to drive. Well, it's getting ready to get fucked up snowy, so you need to wait for the snow to calm down if you're going to be out here and I'm going to let you drive. You know, what did you say, Car? I'm sorry, I know you love Chicago, but I can't with the crime rate, sis. And you know I love Chicago. And I appreciate you remembering that I love this motherfucker. The two places I love the most in the whole world is Chicago and New York. I had lived in both. I didn't hear about it being cold like that, but there's no school on Friday. Thank God, Princess, so you could be in the house there because it's going to start snowing Thursday all the way through to Friday. And then it's supposed to taper off. And then Saturday and Sunday is supposed to be ignorant cold. So, when it's cold like that, you got to make sure your gas is completely filled up, which means tomorrow, I got to go have some court shit to take care of tomorrow. Um, didn't want to go, but gotta go. Someone has upset me. And when you have upset me, now I have to take some legal ramifications. So I have to be in court tomorrow. Then after court, I need to run to the bank. Then I'm gonna run to Costco. I'm gonna fill my gas tank up. And I have car covers. I'm gonna cover my car up so when it starts snowing, because it's gonna be that type of snow that when it first is gonna get frozen and then on top it's gonna be the snow. I cover my cars. I don't even do that. You said the crime rate is inflated by the media. There are places with higher crime rates than ours. Okay. I'm going to work and dance class. I don't give a fuck about that. It's nothing new here. This is true. I mean, I know what type of vehicle you have, and it's good handling for that type of weather. That's one. I know that there are other places that have very high crime rates. Um, but I don't live there. Yeah. I know that Chicago shit is fucked up. Um, I don't, and it's not inflated. There's a thing that the police do every Thursday, and you would be surprised. It's from the killings, the shootings, thefts. It's just a culmination. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know, they're not inflating it. By no stretch of the imagination. Shit is really happening. It's just that this is a large city full of commerce and everything else. New Orleans has a higher crime rate than Chicago. Okay. And people love New Orleans too. But there's not as much business and headquarters for international businesses than here in Chicago. Only other places like New York or parts of Texas. We have a lot of major industries here. We are getting ready to lose Boeing Airline. They're moving from downtown, you know, out of the state. Um, Mr. Gaffin, I forgot his name, he's taking his company. Stores are closing. Shit. When I was doing laundry today, I came back and I seen the T-Mobile store was gone. It was there about a week ago. It's gone because they keep running there and stealing. I didn't say it doesn't happen. I said the media inflates it like you can't move without violence. I mean, you can move without violence here. We went out for dinner and had a great time. Me and you done went places and, had a great time and no violence happened. But it's happening. And it's happening to people here in Chicago. And it's sad. You know, you should be able to go do what you want to do and be able to make it back home safely. You should be able to wear what you want to wear. You should be able to drive what you want to drive without some young motherfucker rolling up on you, taking your shit. I feel for every other state that has a high crime rate, but I'm not in every other state. I'm right here. And it's sad. I mean, because it's just weird. I don't understand that, you know. And then I live in an area where when shit happens, my neighbors say shit like, I can't believe this happened over here. I'm like, this still Chicago, B. The fuck? We not living out in Schaumburg, a Elk Grove Village, a Glen Ellen. It's still the city, you know. That's just my take on it. People should be able to do what they want and not feel scared. You already know, Princess, I don't like leaving my house. After a certain time, hell, sometimes I don't like leaving during the day because motherfuckers do not know how to act. They don't. I'll just be like, what's wrong? It's fucked up. It's fucked up. And it's such a beautiful city. Chicago has been ranked for a very, very long time as one of the cities that food, it's a food city, you know. Girl, I'd be scared. I'm not gonna lie. But you also know I keep a peace on me. But I don't wanna have to do all that. You leave me alone, I'm gonna leave you alone. Very simple shit, you know. Yeah, I think I might have some posting. And I not even think I have it. I've been carjacked before and made to strip and lay down with a gun to the back of my head. So yeah, my PTSD is strong. You know, it's always them young kids doing yeah. It don't be nobody out here our age doing no wild ass shit like that. On my way home from the restaurant, I was reading a story. I wasn't driving. I was reading a story that this woman went into this man's car. He It said he was a delivery driver or something. She went into his truck. He was a concealed carry person. He must have got out the truck, didn't lock the door. She went in the truck. If I can find the story again, I'm going to screenshot it and I'm going to put it on my community page. This happened today, early. She went in the man's truck, seen his gun, stole his gun, went to a 7-Eleven, robbed the 7-Eleven with the gun that she stole from dude's car, then went and sold the gun for $60 worth of heroin, and then she got locked up. Guess how long all this shit took from the gun to the arrest? Well, from the gun to the robbery to her trading the gun for heroin. 20 fucking minutes. 20 minutes. And she was not an African American woman. She was not a melanated woman. She was a melanatedly challenged woman. And it was just crazy. I'm like, 20 minutes? Are you serious? I had to read the whole story. Because sometimes when I read the title of something, I just be like, I don't want to read this. But then when I say they had showed her picture, and I was just like, oh, I gotta read this. And I was just like, wow, 20 minutes. She did all of that. Ugh, I fucking hate a thief. Like, I just, you should be able to, if lock your car door. Hell, motherfucker done busted my car window out to steal change. I literally had about 80 cent in change. They took 80 cent in change. And then it turned around and cost me 100 some dollars to get a fucking window fix. Because, Safe Light had to come and whatnot. But it still had to pay for it. For 80 some cent and change? Are you serious? And this wasn't a kid. This was a cluck. A fucking cluck. You know, Rifled through my car. Fortunately, I keep, I don't keep anything in my car of any value, you know. Shit, Monday, which was yesterday, like afternoon, somebody caught somebody trying to climb through a neighbor's window over here. I guess they must not be home, but the neighbors called them and held them until the police got there. You know, like I don't get people. I just be like, uh, okay, you know, motherfucker be done climb through the wrong somebody's window, and it might not end very well for them. This would probably be one of the worst buildings that you could try to so it would just be so fucking crazy. But it's the holiday season. People are robbing and stealing and so they can get shit for maybe their kids or family. But you knew Christmas was coming. Why didn't you try to figure it out? You know, save $1 a day on the low end. You know what I mean? If you really wanted to get your kids something, because stealing something to get money to buy a child something for Christmas, like how can you feel good about that? You didn't work hard for that. You took it from someone and then gave it to someone. The best gifts that are the gifts that you know someone worked hard to get it for you. That's just me. I don't know about y'all. I don't like questionable fucking gifts. Motherfucker, like, you ain't had no job. How you buy this? And I'm the type of person who would ask that shit. Because if you got it under, off a nefarious way, I don't want it. I don't want it. Mm-mm. You out here sticking people up. Nah, you keep that shit. But fortunately, the people that I surround myself with don't do shit like that. So if they got me some, I know they worked hard and gave it to me. It's just crazy. Chicago's crazy. But it's my kind of town. I just hope they get it together and, you know, fuck, get it together. And it's wild. It's wild. But I'll stay prayerful about that too. That people get a hold of their kids. Maybe show them some love or something. They steal because they're lazy. Princess, you absolutely right. When people be saying, oh, there ain't no jobs out here, there's jobs out here. Motherfuckers just don't be wanting to do them, especially those 18 and overs. There's jobs. I know people with felonies who have good ass jobs. What workers say when you can, like, well work or say when I can take yours. Ooh, that just sounds so horrible, Princess. But that's what they think. That's what they think. I ain't gotta work. I ain't gotta say. I'll just take yours. It's not the same feeling. Maybe for them. Maybe because I'm not a thief. I don't understand that concept. I don't. Mm, mm, mm. Like I seen this picture was a video of this chick. She was here in Chicago. She went into this store downtown and she stole some Montclair coats and she was running and she tripped and well she almost fell. She got in the car, she got away with an expensive ass jacket. But what's crazy was motherfuckers knew who she was and put her picture up on Facebook like this is such and such. I was just like, you bum. You bum. If the video was crazy. And then the other day, my son was working in that area. And I was like, what the have you doing? Oh, just walking up and down. Oh, I was like, you see anybody stealing anything? Those stores have insurance. Let those motherfuckers take it. Don't be no hero. They want that shit that bad that they gotta try to come hit a lick and run out of the store. Let them have it. It ain't worth your life. He's like, I ain't chasing nobody, mama. I was like, you better the fuck not. You better the fuck not. That's why I'm trying to do the shit I'm doing so my son does not have to work. At least not that sort of job. Work within a family business. I don't want my son. You let her take it. Let anyone take it. All these smash and grabs and all that other shit. I believe I was watching House of the Princess the other night. She showed a video of some young youths doing a grab at a Apple store. Y'all still in the display phones. Can you actually use them? Just the desperation. Just it's so reeky. I'm like, oh, and no one wants to, try to stop these people. In the video, the guy was like, "Should I try to stop them?" And someone was like, "No, Apple got fucking insurance. Let them replace that shit. You can't replace your life. Can't replace your life." I was just like, wow. But they do it. They do it a lot. They go here. They go into jewelry stores, all sorts of shit. I be like, and then like some of the jewelry stores they go in, they steal a few diamonds. You don't, first of all, there's certain stores that you go to, and if it got the little band around, the little price tag, I don't like buying jewelry from those sorts of places. You know, the price tag usually like underneath something or on a price list. Mm-mm-mm. And then these motherfuckers steal this shit, and you don't even know shit about cut, clarity, or weight of a diamond. So you be done underprice yourself selling something out in the street because you don't know. These motherfuckers think they know about diamonds. They don't know shit about no fucking diamond. You don't have a lance that you can look and see if there's cracks in the diamond or inclusions and shit like that. You be done sold somebody a nice little $7,000, $8,000 diamond for $500. Ah, no, you can't. The employees told everybody to step back and let. Yeah, I seen the video that you posted, and somebody said something, and they were like, "No, let them do it." You know, it ain't even worth it. And you said a very wise thing, which was that shit got trackers in it. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. Maddie couldn't find her phone. She was out. She was at a friend's house. She couldn't find her phone. She called home, had Aston go on her computer because her ringer was off. She had the phone on like no ring. She was able to He was able to go on her computer and hit something. So the phone would dee 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 dee, and she could find her phone. I don't know what it is. These motherfuckers been, I talk about iPhones, like fuck all you iPhone users. But goddamn, these people with these iPhones be something else. I was sitting there in the dining room while he was doing it. I was like, because she was on my cell phone, like video chatting, she telling him what to do. And I was like, wow, iPhone, that's crazy. I don't even know if they got it on these Galaxy phones, but they probably do. But I thought that was really cool. Samsung has it too. I gotta find out how. Mm, like you said before, Princess, you got that damn phone. You don't even know all the shit this phone could do. And I really don't. I really don't. But yeah, I was just like, wow, technology's a motherfucker, you know. And then you got these cars that like got the GPS in it, and these manufacturers be putting it somewhere where it's probably so hard to access and shit like that. Just stop stealing, okay? Because you get caught, then you get in trouble. It ain't nothing more precious than your freedom. Freedom to shower when you want, eat when you want, walk outside when you want, walk to the store, get you some hot crunchy curls. you could do what you want, but you can't do that when you're locked up at 26 in California. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. I'm gonna look that up when I get off of here. I'm gonna look up Find My Phone so I can know what to do, because knock on wood, I don't like misplacing my phone. That's why I keep it. I go to the bathroom, it's sitting on a little thing next to the toilet. I'm in my room. I try to keep it with me because I've set it down before in the house and damn near went crazy in this motherfucker because I couldn't find it. My kids were scared and shit. They were like, because I thought they were playing with me. Like, let's take mama's phone and hide it real quick and watch us spaz out. The phone got found. I found it. Then I had to apologize to everybody because I cursed everyone. I cursed everyone the fuck out. Like, y'all gonna stop playing with me with my goddamn phone. I know y'all got my damn phone. They didn't even have it. I was like, I'm a dickhead. Okay. But I don't know. I have, I'm going to my attorney's engagement party on New Year's Eve. I spoke to the president. Okay. It's basically saying, you spoke with that white guy? For real? Boys who steal these cars are stupid. I'm gonna find you, and it won't be long. What? Where did you meet him at, Princess? Was he at the I need to know. I didn't even know that man left from across the street. Where the whatchamacallit is? He was decent. Well, I'll say this much. Not everyone who has to deal with the FOP likes him. In particular, color. And hold on, I'll be right back. There's something on here. A little. What is this? What is this? Oh wow. Okay, now I'm mad. You know that sticky shit that holds like credit cards to the piece of paper? It was stuck right here. I ain't gonna lie to you. It looked like a fly larvae or something. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. And I had to get my charger. I'm back. Hold on. Okay, I need some juice. The juice is loose. Yeah. I told him I would be interested in working at their children's camp. Oh, okay, 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 okay. The FOP has a children's camp? That would be nice, if you got into that. That would be nice. I mean, is it just like a camp for all kids, or is it a camp for cops kids? If it's all kids, I'll be like, yeah, go for it. If it's cops kids, okay. You know how cops kids, how they can be, so it's just like, but hey, that would be nice. That would be really nice. I didn't even know they had a camp for kids, because my kids never went. What? Can you have a drag? No, can you cut that down? Can you give me a beer? The little refrigerator. No, I was just trying to prove a point to you, son. Okay, that's fine. Yo, go on the back porch. Okay, it's connected with something else. It's for inner city youth. Okay, yeah, I think you would do good with that, Princess. I think you would be, you know, I know what you do, and I think that would be very valuable for them. Very, very valuable. Okay, okay, cool. I think that would be dope. I think that would be real dope for you to do. Hello, Tuxedo. What do you want, Kat? Because God knows these kids be needing some shit to do in the summertime. For real. Get them from playing on the streets and shit like that. To go teach them to dance or do some crafts. What I really think they should incorporate more in the summertime, particularly for inner city youth, teaching them how to swim. Teaching them how to swim. That is would be so dope simply because if they learn how to swim, once they turn like 16 or 17, they could get a job in the summertime being a lifeguard. For real. And make nice ass money. Nice money. But I think that would be good, Princess. I hope that goes well. That'd be really cool. Yeah, no, I'm not working that kind of camp. I don't like kids like, you are funny. You don't like kids like that. All right. But they love you. And you do help children out quite a bit. You don't like them, but the kids that you deal with, oh, excuse me, pardon me, they listen to you. You break a lot of barriers with kids that have otherwise been very closed off and maybe disrespectful mouthed. You help a lot of kids come out of shells that other people probably could not have helped them come out of. It's a definite talent. You don't yell, you know how to talk and give them constructive criticism and shit like that. Everyone is not like that that can do that with kids because I am a yeller. Sit your motherfucking ass down. I could never, ever work. I could have never. Mm-mm. I couldn't have worked in the inner city school. I couldn't have worked at a private school. I couldn't have worked nothing that has to do with school. My patience, like my parenting patience is great, but like other kids, Cause you know you can't beat up other people's kids and shit. Keep your badass kid away from me. So that was never my calling. Never my calling. But God bless anybody who does work with kids. Cause my black ass couldn't. I remember when I was a kid, motherfucker always just like, can you babysit? Would you like to babysit? I'd be like, no. In my Bugs Bunny mouth, no. I don't want to watch the kids. I watch my god kids. I tell. Oh, you yell when they cross the line. Well, some kids you know you can't be nice to. But then I think you use a lot of reverse psychology on these kids and get them to understand some shit. And then when they cross the line too much with Miss Princess, then you go there as you should. Yes, card. Girl, yes. You have to be a special person to work with kids. I was just talking I was just talking to my girlfriend Tracy earlier today before I got out here to go do laundry. And I was telling her about how I would grab like my kids if would get a little just a teeny bit flippant at the mouth. I would grab their lips. I don't know how I would pick those little lips up. I'd grab their lips and I'd pull their lips like, shut the fuck you say. Shut the fuck up. Say that shit again. I'm gonna rip your fucking lips off your face. And I'm serious. Don't fucking play with me. Then they said, fuck me, mama. No, I ain't, don't do that. I had to tell Aston earlier today. We were talking. I was driving. There was no music on, nothing. And I said, Aston. He didn't say nothing. I said, Aston. He's like, what were you going to say? I'm like, hey, Gina. I was like, you heard me call you. Acknowledge that you heard me. I said, you're doing this a lot lately. And I'm going to need it to stop. When I call you, say yes. If I'm speaking to you and we're in the car, because I'll keep saying something, thinking you might have on your headphones. Acknowledge that I'm trying to communicate with you. I said, if this happens again, we're going to have some problems. He was like, I'm sorry, Mom. Don't do it again. This is the second time today. I'm sitting right there and you just don't play with me like that. They were FNF. I was like, what? I don't know. I don't know who. Fuck nigga free. Okay, I think that's what it is. They were saying that at a party today at what school had a Christmas party for the kids. Mm, mm, mm. And I'm sure they knew every last word. But you ask them one times one, and they look at you like you done said something wrong to them. Like you talked about their mama. Oh, it was a silent party. Oh. Was they saying the curse words, Princess? And was they twerking? Because it just seems like that's the only dance they know how to do these days. Like, don't you know two step or anything? Don't see do. Like, what the fuck? It was like, ah, mm, mm, mm. Wow, that's crazy. I remember the first time Maddie was in her room. She had her door closed, but she was listening to some little rap music. I don't know who it was. And she knew every word. And some of the words were curse words, but she had her door closed. And I was just like, oh, so what? My father was like, how does how does she know these sorts of songs? He was like, you don't listen to that type of music. I was like, no, I don't. I said, but kids hear things, but you don't be at the Christmas party at school doing that shit. I don't know. These kids wild as fuck. That's all I gotta say. They wild. You try to twerk. It's like, get your oh, no. Did you do the closed tooth? Get your ass up. Because the closed teeth method always works. Like kids be doing something, you can't be like, get your ass up. Because you saying it with just a little bit too much pizzazz. You gotta give them full nose. Okay, observe. Okay, full nose and eye and teeth. Here's the face. Come here. Get your ass off. Get get your ass up off that motherfucking floor, acting like a little trick. Little nasty. Go sit down. hmm Go sit down. But I wanna. You're not dancing. Go sit your motherfucking ass down. Shut the fuck up. See that the teeth grit has always worked with me, and it's the nose flare. Because when I get real mad, this motherfucker, I look like a bull. My nose flare. So get your. Uh-uh. Nah, she was face down. What? My girl. Go on, princess. Get your little right. Snatch. The snatch. It's the snatch for me. Get your. Oh, I'm going to tell you something. With as many children as I have mastered the arm grip. Get your mother, boy, I'll pop a blood vessel on your motherfucking arm. I grab a kid's arm sometimes. Get your mother, get, what you doing? Mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm telling you, it's in the teeth grit and it's in the nose. Boy, when my nose starts looking like James Evans' nose on good times, you fucked up. You know you fucked up. Mm-mm-mm. You picked her whole body up. Look, y'all, do me a favor. Um, Everyone, please hit the like button first and foremost. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you being here in the Lady Lounge. But let's send extra prayers, love, good energy, and good vibrations to our sister Princess. Because she deal with kids. And I don't know how she does it. It is a gift. It's a beautiful thing. But I know what you do for those kids. And I know what you do for your dancers. God bless you. God bless you. Because my ignorant ass, you would have seen me on the news like this. Fuck those kids. Fuck those kids. Getting laid out in cuffs. I don't give a fuck. It just takes such a special person because I have a good girlfriend who is a principal. And the stories I've heard, some of the stories Princess has told me, I have girlfriends who are educators, teachers. The stories they have told me, I just be like Macaulay Culkin. Because a lot of kids have a lot of hardship going on and they don't have a person to talk to. Yes, prayers for Princess and them badass kids. Yes, thank you, Card. Thank you so much. You know, a lot of those kids don't have someone to reach out to, you know what I mean? And, Princess and I talk a lot. And, she tells me some miraculous stories about how maybe one child was acting a certain way and she done got down to the crux of why this child acts like that. And they still get a little snippy attitude, but they slowly open up to her. And, you know, she helps these kids. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all everything, but I know what she does for some of these children. And it's a lot. And these kids should feel, you know, I think they're comfortable with her because they know she got a heart. Some of these people do it for a paycheck, and everything can't be about a paycheck. So God bless you because they do need you. And God just put the right person in the right place. I know they get on your motherfucking nerves. But hey, God don't give you no more than you can handle, who, honey. He really don't. He puts different things on different people. He would not put that on me because he knows I would get in trouble. Because I'd be done wild the fuck out on somebody's kid. And then their mama want to come up to the school and fight and all sorts of shit. And that happens here in Chicago. I don't know about other places, but mamas do these pop ups at the school, be ready to fight the teachers. And you know, when I was growing up, they didn't have security guards in schools. Maybe high school, they did, but they didn't have security guards in elementary schools. They gotta have security guards in elementary schools because these kids be wild as fuck, and so they parents. I met one of those nothing ass mamas. She was in there. I had no idea. I already knew she wasn't shit. She was asking me how her son was doing and how he was acting. I think you told me about her. The one who drops him off when the little boy he had a cold and she didn't do shit but go back home and probably watch Maury and Judge Mathis. I think you told me about that. That's one of my biggest pet peeves as a parent. And don't get me wrong, I understand that some parents have to work and they don't have anyone else to watch their children while they go to work. But it's the mamas, for me, who will send a baby to school with a low grade fever and a runny nose, and this child ain't feeling good, and you ain't doing shit but going back home and watching TV when that baby could have been at home with you taking some Tylenol, a little Motrin, drinking juice, and trying to get better. You'll drop your baby off at school so he or she can get other kids sick, including the teacher, and you at home chilling. Okay, Princess said she told her son he better be doing well or she was gonna kick his ass. I was trying, I was trying, I was thinking, bitch, please, you need your ass whooped. Car said, did she have on a bonnet and pajamas? No, the one who has the 8-year-old that runs away and she says she can't do nothing with him. She not stopping her social life. Wow. Wow. She not stopping her social life. Mm, mm, mm. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Wow. My kids are grown and I will stop anything for them. Hey, Justin. No, I'll check it out when I get off of here. And good evening. Say hi, Justin. Just don't come in asking questions, baby. Come in and say hello to the chat and say hello to the host. Then ask the question, baby. Come on now, Justin. You know better. You've been coming over here for a minute now. Do you know better? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And thank you very much. And happy holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah to you too, Justin. I hope your holiday will go wonderful and you and your family have a blessed and beautiful time. You know better, Justin. You know, I've been over here too many times, Justin. You know you're supposed to come in and speak. Hell, you're the only man in the damn chat. So you come in and speak to the ladies now. Mm-mm-mm. Mm, that would be good. That way you don't have to get out here. I'm gonna see if I have an extra car cover. But I know you ain't gonna drive all the way out here to get that motherfucking car cover. But Princess, I promise you, I bought that motherfucker at Kelly. You put that motherfucker from the front of the car to the back, and it's like a big ass bag. It's okay, Justin. It's okay, baby. You got a do over. We still love you. Um, you put that motherfucker front on the car. It's like a big ass bag. I don't even know. It's some waterproof ass material, and it can snow, 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 snow. And then when you get ready to leave, what we usually do is I start my car from the window. I let it warm up. I keep my vents and everything on, and then I make one of the kids go outside with me, and you just grab it and take it from like the front to the back. It'd be a little bit heavy because of the snow, and all the snow fall off the back of the car. And then, excuse me, I I keep those big black ass trash bags, and I just ball it up and I put in the big black trash bag and like just throw it on the back seat. Oh, you're watching Splash. I need to watch. I love that movie with Daryl Hannah and Tom Hanks. That was too cute. And I ball it up, and I don't even have no snow on my car. It is the best thing. I think they were about when I bought them. They're about 40, 50 some dollars, but it cuts down on cleaning the snow off your car. I do not want to be out there cleaning no motherfucking snow off my car. I want to get in that bitch, put that shit in the bag, and drive off or pull out, put my marker down, because we got these orange cones. Put my orange cone down and keep it moving. Now, what I'm hoping is my new neighbors, I'm really hoping they know they from Chicago. They from the north side, but they know what dibs is. And I hope they don't get no ideas and move my placeholder and park their car. I hope not. I'm just really hoping not. I would be very, very mad. And I would just be like, wow, that ain't cool. But yeah, it's gonna snow and that temperature Saturday and Sunday. They said this is possibly might be one of the coldest Christmases on record. And when it get cold like that in Chicago, like your exterior walls, you gotta like leave water dripping in the sink or in the shower, just so those pipes won't freeze and buzz. Um, my heat be from hell in this motherfucker, so I think it's illegal to do that now. They crack down on that. They'll throw your stuff away. They don't do it over here. Mm-mm. They let you put. I seen somebody had a a um a Mother Mary, Jesus's mama, big ass statue saving a parking space. I promise you, I was like the shit they use. I seen motherfuckers at barbecue grills. They don't throw that shit away over here. I know that after a certain point in the snow season, they tell you gonna have to take your dib stuff in, or they gonna throw it, or they send the garbage trucks to throw it away. But once the snow start melting and park can open up. But usually when we over here, when we shovel in front of the house, across the street, the temperature says 11 on Sunday. That's not that cold. No, but they said it was gonna be one of the coldest Christmases we had. 11. I mean, we've been in Chicago forever. So, we stone cold motherfucking troopers in this bitch. Hell, 11, it's cold, but it ain't like 11 below. It's just 11 degrees. But they said we were supposed to have like damn near 50-degree, not 50-degree, 50 mile per hour winds. So that wind gonna be ridiculous. I've never seen nothing like that. That's crazy. What the dib spots when people start putting their dib spots stuff out card, I'm going to um I'm going to take pictures so everyone will know, people who aren't from Chicago, what a dibs marker is. And I'm telling you, people put the craziest shit out. Lawn chairs, old like little bookcases, Mother Mary, um, barbecue grills, the cones, like traffic cones. Um, I've seen some shit for dibs marker. Clothes baskets, like the plastic clothes baskets, you know. But I mean, but there's been some shit to pop. It's cold on Friday. Oh, Thursday nights, -5, and Friday is 2. Our party is on Thursday. Damn. Ooh. Maddie talking about her old school. She's supposed to go to her school on Friday for something. It's snowing Thursday. Those kids probably Thursday, by the time they get out of school, they're gonna look out the window Friday and be like, this is the last day of school anyway, because I know I would have. And she would have too. Fuck that. She'd be like, I'm not going there. Now I'm gonna take her to get her hair braided. But ain't nobody doing all that. It will be 41 by next Thursday. Bipolar ass Chicago weather. It'd be 41 and then it go to 50. And then it'll go back down to like what Princess said, like -5. It's Chicago, baby. I mean, look at what Jesse Smollett did. Before Jesse Smollett went for that walk, it was cold outside the day before, but it wasn't cold like that night. It was so cold in Chicago. These kids barely doing shit this week. Exactly, Princess. It was so cold that night. Jesse Smollett, or Jussie, whatever the fuck his name is, decided that he was gonna say he went to Subway and he got accosted and beat up by racists. On my babies, I talked to my kid's godmother early that next morning because it was freezing and everybody was at home. Excuse me. Everybody was at home. It was too freezing to go anywhere. I thank Black Baby Jesus for my car cover. And me and her were on the phone at 7 o'clock in the morning. And are they going to see Wakanda Forever tomorrow? Good, great, all right. I hope they have fun. And as soon as I got on the phone with her in the morning, I said, Crystal, my spidey sense is tingling. She said, what's wrong, Roxy? I said, that boy didn't get jumped on no racist ass shit. Something ain't right. I don't believe that. Let me tell y'all, Princess no, she was here. It was so cold that when the news people told everyone how cold it was gonna be, motherfuckers was at the grocery stores getting water. People were getting like gasoline for like generators and shit. People were getting food, and it was so cold that the lady lounge window literally had a layer of ice, and you could see all the ice patterns. It was really pretty on the inside. I had to put a little space heater in here to keep the lady lounge warm. Um, it was freezing, and this fool gonna talk about he went to Subway. If you don't get your ass out of here, it was so cold that the police were going around and picking up homeless people and taking them to shelters or taking them to warming places or making them sit on public transportation buses that they were keeping running all night so people could stay warm. And during that Arctic blast, a polar vortex, or whatever the fuck it was, some old day after tomorrow ass shit, they found one homeless man actually had passed away. And I think maybe two people passed away during that, but it was crazy. Hey, NY, what's up, baby? What's up? See, y'all get snow. We get freezing rain, and you can't drive in that mess. Girl, let me tell you, Card, we would get freezing rain, and it would transition into a shit ton of snow. I remember one year, this is when I was living out south, and it snowed so bad here that our Lakeshore Drive it looked like something out of that movie The Day After Tomorrow. Motherfuckers literally abandoned their cars because the snow had got so bad. Um, the city eventually had to come move people's cars and to getting ready for bed, want to stop by and show some love. Thank you, my baby. And thank you for showing love, pretty girl. I appreciate you. So it snowed so much. And at that time, we were living in a house, and my oldest son was living with us. And it was, it was a nice size house. And the snow was so deep that it the snow came up on our porch. And my door, I had two doors. I had like the security door, then I had the main door. And you couldn't open because the first door opened out and the door for the house door opened in. We couldn't even push the the security door because the snow was so high. My son got dressed, put on his boots, my oldest boy, opened the window in the living room and jumped out the window. It was a house. And when he landed in the snow, you couldn't even, like the snow completely covered him. And then we threw him the shovel, and then he shoveled the porch, and then next thing we know, hey Gina, how you doing, baby? Good evening. And like the whole neighborhood was out shoveling and shit. And it was crazy. And it was like snow mounds in front of the house where you couldn't even see the fucking car. It was crazy. He said, I don't miss that snow and cold weather. Detroit and Chicago weather is the same cold. Gina, you ain't never lied, baby. You ain't never lied. The day I saw snow, thunder snow, is the day I knew I didn't want to be here no more. Princess, can you please um watch the chat real quick? I need to go to the bathroom and I need you to please explain to everyone what snow thunder is. Cause I don't even know what the fuck snow thunder is. I'll be back. Ooh-wee. Okay, I'm back. Okay. It was the last blizzard. It was thundering and lightning. We woke up, oh, locked in our house. What? I don't have to look up this snow thunder. Girl, I was probably asleep when that shit happened. Cause I'm not even gonna sit here. You know how my room is situated, Princess, and you know where that window is? Don't be hearing shit. Nothing. Especially summertime, because the air conditioner being there, don't hear shit. Wintertime, the window be closed. Don't be hearing nothing. Shut the whole state down. They will shut the whole state down. You know, but for places that don't get snow and ice and stuff like that, that's some really big shit. Look what happened in Texas. About 2 years ago? They had that ice storm. It fucked the city up. A few people lost their lives. You know what I mean? Certain places just don't be equipped for that. Now I seen some on the news earlier. They're doing a mixture of beet juice. Hi. They're doing a mixture of beet juice. Don't mess with Ezra. You don't want to hug Ezra. Maddie, don't choke him. Look at her. Don't do that to him. You're hurting him, Maddie. That's how me and Ezra play. Okay, Maddie, you said you had to go. What's going on at y'all school?
I don't even know if I'm gonna
Cause
go because
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Thursday is gonna
I
start
know
snowing,
that's why I'm like, never mind.
but you can still get your hair braided. I'm gonna call the girl though.
Why don't we just go to the shop? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to wait on nobody.
Well, I'll see. I'll
I
text her.
got my I got my cheddar. I'll literally pay for it if I have to. Like I'm done. Like I'm done waiting on people who are just like
I told you what happened with Tiffany, right?
yeah. So it's like, I understand that, but then it's just like
She sounds like she's like literally like losing it. Cause she had if she don't pass that, they don't give her she can't like do hair in the shop or anything like that. And that's don't make Ezra do that. Um,
it's fine. I get out and go to someone else. Like
it's like just a little snow here, and I mean, yeah, they shut the state down. You say you don't play with ice. Nah, you can't, because that black ice will have you all discombobulated driving and shit like that. I put my car in 4-wheel drive and I just keep it moving and I pray. I'll never forget. There's a school, it's called, I forgot the name of the school. It's over like on Archer or something. Archer's like Cicero. And it's a long time ago. And I had to pick my babies up and it had started. Hey, give me Ezra. Um, it started snowing, and I remember having finished doing that, and then I had to go pick my babies up, and I was literally praying and crying the whole trip. And when I got out the car to get the kids, I'm Aston could walk and
Ezra, dad.
Aston could walk and Maddie could walk. It was snowing like a motherfucker. I picked both their asses up. Picked them both up. Had them clutched under my arms like two loaves of bread. I threw them in the car. I put them in they car seats, and I literally had to drive 4 blocks to the house, and it was 4 of the longest blocks ever. And I remember calling Jason like, "Come outside." I was like, "Help me get these kids, man." The snow was just blowing, blowing, blowing. It was scary, boy. Chicago gets some weather for your ass, but what the fuck can we do? We here. We Midwest. You this Midwest shit is crazy. I do. I have an Acura MDX, but oh wow, damn, it was still sliding. But see, you probably don't have snow tires either, because where you live probably doesn't require you to have snow tires. You know what I mean? Because y'all don't be having all that. I got the all year round tires. I just take my time. But then there's always somebody driving like a whole motherfucking fool, a whole fool. And you just be like, why are you driving like that? You have to drive for the conditions. People don't be knowing. But my next vehicle, better than a hurricane though. Man, you ain't lying. I never want to be in no shit like that. Just watching the shit on TV, I'd be like, Lord, motherfucking trees be bending and roofs and shit be blowing off. I'm like, oh, this shit is overly fucking dangerous. But so are tornadoes. We get tornadoes here. I just all this natural disaster shit. You never thought about that? Yeah, you gotta drive for the conditions. You know, I'm not gonna. My sister lives out in a desert area. I'm not gonna tell you all where she lives, but they have sandstorms, and I'm just like, oh, what kind of mummy ass shit is this? It's a fucking sandstorm. You know, I'm like, sandstorm. I'm like, this is too much. It's too much, too much, too much. I can fuck with I could fuck with snow. I could drive in rain. I could even drive in ice. I've been driving. Yeah, I'm triggered by tornadoes too, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Shit, it gets a little bit too windy and I get scared. You know, I'm like, I've driven in like really crazy weather where it's like really windy and my car feel like I can't keep it straight. That's scary. Last year we went to Vegas for the new year. It was freezing in Vegas. Last year, yeah, last year I was in Vegas in January, but it wasn't freezing. You know, see, I don't know what you consider freezing. Like to me, that's like light jacket weather. You know what I mean? But motherfuckers did have a fucking heat on in the hotel. 'Cause I don't like being cold. But my son, I have two kids. They live in Vermont. Oh, it snows fucking crazy there. Okay, I went 3 weeks before y'all. Okay. Um, it snows crazy there. And everything looks like a fucking postcard. I'm like, this is so beautiful. But but they get crazy snow because they up by some mountains and shit like that. My son be calling me talking about, hey mom, what do you call that? Something boarding, snowboarding today. And I was like, okay, be careful. I'm like, be careful. But I be thinking about shit like skiing and shit like that. And motherfuckers be getting lost in avalanches and shit. I'm like, I don't do all that extra shit. Y'all not gonna catch me riding no horses. I told y'all before, no horses. I ain't going scuba diving. I don't fuck with no crazy ass weather. Mm-mm. I've been in one tornado my whole life. Shit was crazy. It literally, it was windy and the wind got a little bit bigger, but then you heard some in the distance. And I thought people were joking when they would say it sounds like a freight train. And that shit, I was like, and we all looking at each other and shit, and everyone's phones, tornado touching down, warning and shit, and everyone looking at each other. I was like, open the windows. They looked at me like I was crazy. I said, crack all the windows in the house. Motherfuckers going around the house cracking windows. And they're like, why do we do that? I said, because it has something to do with suction. I don't know. I ain't no motherfucking weatherman. Just everyone cracked the window, cracked the sliding door. And guess what? They house was cool. Everything. I mean, but town, certain parts of the town was fucked up. He said California cutie sent me a picture of a snow-capped mountain by her house and the low clouds. It was beautiful. I bet it was. Yeah, I mean that's just like Mother Nature. She does she does some beautiful things, but when she don't like something, she makes some shit happen. My husband worked there last week. He said they had what? Watch out for buffaloes. Are you kidding me? Oh my. Mm. But I would love to well, what did I see? I seen a moose. Seeing a moose in a book or seeing a moose on TV. Because I went to Mount Rushmore about 2, 3 years ago. Boy, moose are big as hell. Moose, like, moose are bigger than fucking horses. They look crazy. And they're way bigger than deer. Like deers are big. You know, a grown buck, male deer, big as hell. A moose, a moose like two horses. They look crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, man. I, moose is big as hell. I couldn't believe. Now, I used to live in upstate Washington, and I lived on a nuclear military base. Oh, excuse me. And on their trash day, uh-oh, got some action with the police. Oh, he ain't fucking with nobody. Um, and on their trash day, they would have to wheel their trash cans down to the end of the driveway, right? Because they had like a carport, and you would pull the trash can down. It would be, and my aunt had her places like in a cul-de-sac. It would be a family of deer at each person's where they pulled their trash down. And the deer would open up the trash and go through it and get and eat. And I remember just standing in the window of the hallway, which was upstairs, looking like, I can't believe I'm seeing this. I'm from Chicago. You don't see no deer. You know what I mean? At least I haven't seen no deer. Now I done seen a motherfucking coyote. I done seen a fox. I see a bunch of fucking rabbits. And of course squirrels. And there's a hawk. I don't know if it's the same hawk, but dude, well, he be flying and he looks small from far away. But one day I had just pulled up to my house. This was during the pandemic, like when the world was all shut down and shit. And I ran to the grocery store. Okay, hold on. So I ran to the grocery store. And when I got back home, hold on, so I could try to show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay. So shit. Y'all see across the street, right over there. There's some fucking plants, man. There's little pillars. That one right there in the middle. Okay. I was parked where this blue car is. So I pull up and I'm getting ready to get out the car. And lo and behold, what happened? A motherfucking hawk came and landed on that thing, that pillar. And I was like, damn, it wasn't an eagle, because I heard eagles are fucking huge, but hawks are big too. I'm like, oh, this like a baby eagle. The motherfucker was huge. But you know it's crazy? They said during C-19 that a lot of places that normally you might only see a little bit of wildlife start experiencing more wildlife, like in California and shit like that. Those bears start coming from the forest and mountains and shit, and they was like getting in people's pools and chilling, you know, because there was no one outside. You know what I mean? They showed a place in Africa where a herd of elephants, like, damn, just walked through a town, like, hey, because people were just trapped in the fucking house. And I would sit in this lady lounge and I would see a coyote. One night I seen a coyote. He came from over there. by this building. I think he got because coyotes they dig they make burrows. They live in holes. They get down there and shit like that, and they don't really fuck. They don't fuck around during the day unless they starving. They're nighttime animals, nocturnal. That's when they hunt and shit. I seen a little coyote come out one day. It was nighttime. It had been like maybe 1, 2 in the morning. And I'm just sitting here enjoying a adult cool beverage, as Miss Princess would say. And I seen the coyote shoot out. And I was like, damn, it's a coyote. About 40 minutes later, homie came back with a fucking, I don't know if it was a rabbit or a rat or what. But he had that motherfucker in his mouth and he ran back and I guess went back to his hiding place. I was like, I'll be damned. We have a lot of deers in our area too. Oh wow. I know the deer. I do, you know. Oh wow. I just I think deer are so pretty, but they will fuck you up. The deer be in my backyard. Like they live there. Sometimes the whole family. Shut up. Oh, congratulations, Card. You're going to Africa in 2023. I'm really happy for you. Enjoy yourself. It's a really interesting place. Say hello to the giraffes from Princess. And if you can sneak a giraffe back to United States, send it in care of House of the Princess. That's her favorite animal. And she would love a giraffe, a wooden giraffe, a smuggled baby giraffe, um, a giraffe, period. Giraffes are pretty though. And they're big as fuck. Like, I mean, they are the largest land animal in the world. But like just to see the sheer size of them, it's fucking crazy. That's why I was tweaking when I first seen a moose, because I was just like, what? Motherfucking, those moose ears, I mean, not moose ears, they antlers and shit. Those motherfuckers, my arms can't even go that high. They, they gotta be about 4 feet high, and they just be all over the place. And then they be looking crazy because they molt and they get this like real fine fur around them and well, I don't know what it is. And they be going up the trees and they rub their head on the trees and it peels off and like some of the shit be hanging. It look crazy, man. It look crazy, but moose are fucking huge. So you're going to Africa in 2023. Um, no, I seen the fucking moose out there in by Mount Rushmore. That's where I seen it. What is that, Yosemite or whatever park that shit was in? It was crazy. Mm-mm. But my son said it's all sorts of wildlife in Vermont. Oh, please keep us posted, Card, about your African adventure. And so we could be praying and sending good energy and love and safe travels and everything. And just take it in. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a beautiful place. What? You met a giraffe at Busch Gardens? They let you touch it, Princess? Did you feed it? Girl, I know your ass wanted to climb on a giraffe and just be like, back to Chicago. Could you imagine if you could have a giraffe, Princess? Where would you keep it? What would you feed it? You would have to have a lot of property to keep you a giraffe. And it couldn't live here in Chicago. Motherfucker be done stole, stole your giraffe, girl, and be done rolled your giraffe down King Drive or something. She's like, Princess Giraffe was on the news. Tyrone was riding it. I know that's right. But you got to move somewhere warm so your giraffe can, just be outside all year round, eating the trees and, all sorts of shit in the big ass like pond or something so he could drink water or she could drink water. Oh, that would be overly dope. I'd be at your house like this, posing with the giraffe. It'd probably just be the giraffe's leg because, they so tall, but it would be really cool. I know I've been reading about South Africa. Yeah, Michael had a giraffe. Mike had a lot of animals though. I think his giraffe name was like Jeffrey or something. I think that nigga had some elephants, all sorts of shit. Maddie was supposed to have went to South Africa in January and she missed the deadline. Because she wasn't telling us exactly who we need to talk to, what we need to pay. Because we would have sent her to South Africa. She would have been there a month. But they're gonna offer the program again. We'll get her over there. Yeah, you would have to have acres of land because those motherfuckers like to run too. Okay, because you wouldn't want your one giraffe to be lonely. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But would you get like a boy and girl, or would you like two girls so they could kick it? Two dudes. But if it was a boy and a girl, then hell, the giraffe will have a baby, and hell, you can get donated to a zoo or something. But they say certain animals do better living with another animal. There are very few, well, that's not true. A lot of animals, there aren't very many solitary animals in the world. Like most animals run in groups, packs, and things like that. Like sharks, they say sharks are real. They don't need nobody to kick it with. A shark could just be by himself forever and ever until they need to mate. Whales, they swim in pods. I think dolphins, pods, sometimes just animals need another animal. That's why with my guinea pigs, I remember I initially bought one. And my girlfriend, Janella, the one that I went to go see Black Panther with, she was just like, yeah, in Europe, you can't get one. You can't get one guinea pig. They make you buy two because they're social animals. And I was just like, okay. And I went back the next day and bought another one. Noah had two of everything. Yeah, that's true. One male, one female. I'm just wondering where he got all those animals from. But that ain't for me to question. You know, some animals do better with companionship, just like humans. Don't nobody want to be alone. Mm. Don't nobody want to be alone, you know. Well, we're going to send good vibes and everything that Princess one day gets her two giraffes. I will be visiting Princess. I'm like, I'm going to see my giraffe niece and nephew. I'm going to take them some a bale of hay. But they like eating. Like if she, but I'm wondering if it has to be special trees and plants and stuff. I don't know. But it's interesting. It's interesting. Card, you're gonna be all in the motherland, girl. Ah, I'm really happy for you. That is just an experience that I think every person of color that they eat greenery. Okay. I think it's an experience that every person of color in the United States needs to see. That should be something mandatory that you go over there at least once in your life to see. You'll be blown away. You truly will. You truly will. You will want yours to be free as possible. Yeah, you just have to make sure you had enough land and keep your shit fenced, really high fence and shit. Yeah, you don't like horses either. Hard. Look, I think they're beautiful animals. Horses are beautiful. I would feed a horse some carrots. I feed the motherfucker, but I'm not getting ready to be, you know, I'm not gonna be riding no horse. I wouldn't even mind owning a horse, like a race horse, like a Kentucky Derby ass horse. Cause that horse gonna make me some money. I watched this thing one night on Channel 11, BBC America, one of these channels. This one horse won all these like derbies and shit. And they was just like, okay, you ain't got to race no more horse. But he's a he was just a beautiful horse. Do you know people will buy this retired horse's sperm? Girl, shut up, Princess, you wrong. They would buy this retired horse's sperm to impregnate other horses, but these are like thoroughbred horses. These are racing horses. Do you know they were selling this motherfucking horse's sperm $500,000? These people would have the horse live in this palatial estate, and the motherfucker, they had all these horse doctors, and they would repeat, what do you call it? They would get the horse's sperm and put it in like a thing and put in like a vat of nitrogen, and somebody would like take it to wherever these people were trying to purchase it, and they would give them $500,000 for some nut. With that nut, you spent 500,000, but you could make millions. Do you know how much money motherfuckers be winning at those motherfucking Kentucky Derbies? Crazy. And then the jockeys. I've been to a few horse races. They about this big. I swear to God. They little as fuck. You be looking at them like, damn. And they be grown ass men, this big. And they be on those big ass horses riding them. I'm like, I mean, like I said, I've been to horse races, but I ain't never rode no horse. Wait a minute. Horses are beautiful, but they big. One eye on the left and one eye on the right. Yeah, it's they beautiful animals though, but I pet them and feed them, but I'm not riding one. Who jagged the horse off? What? You were raised at the racetrack? Wow. The people, Princess, if I could find this shit, you just gotta Google retired horses that they want their sperm. And they have doctors, like veterinarians, who will come and they will get this horse's sperm and they freeze it and they send it to other people who have these expensive ass horses so they can potentially, like, let's just say the mama's a retired racehorse, okay? And she wants a few Kentucky Derbies and Triple Crowns and all that other shit. And then the daddy was like one of those, horse people. Because they don't just race those horses in the United States. They'll take those horses like over to London. It's really big in London, horse racing and shit like that. And so they'll take these two horses, they both winners, but they retired. So she can breed now. So what they do is they find a horse that has a really winning record and they want his sperm. They'll get that horse's sperm and they'll send it to where the female horse is, and they will impregnate her with the boy horse's sperm in the hopes that the offspring, be it a boy or a girl horse, would be a contender to win these big races, these Kentucky Derbies and all this other shit. The Preakness and it's crazy, but that's just big business. And some people will even put their horse on trailers and take their horse to the person and let the horses do it, the old fashioned way. That shit's big money, big money. I didn't even realize how big money horse racing was, but it is. I've been to like two Kentucky Derbies. I ain't gonna lie, they nice, and the party is ridiculous. My mom's what? Wow, that's cool. I've only been to Arlington. No, I've been to the racetrack over on Cicero, and yeah, I've been to the one on Cicero. But I went to boarding school with the girl whose family owned which one did they own? They own, I think that one on Cicero. I know they had mad money. She was crazy as fuck too. She and I are still Instagram friends. We not Facebook friends because when all that Trump shit was going on, her friends was talking too greasy, and I had to tell her, "Girl, will you tell your friends that I would go crazy on them? These are melanated challenged people. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Hawthorne slash Sportsman was next to each other. I have to remember. I have to find out what, and I want to say because it might have even been Arlington because they sold Arlington and the family sold it, and that's where they might be building the Bears Stadium. But I don't want to say this girl's name and her family name. I'll tell you, but I have to remember. But they were a a horse. They own one of those. It was either Arlington or Hawthorne. But I remember when I first met her, her mother married into that family. And I remember her saying, "Yeah, my stepfather owns Hawthorne or either Arlington." I was like, "Oh, wow." I remember she was in high school and she was going like, we had a bar here. It was called the Limelight. They had one in New York too. That was the original. And I remember she would be at home going to the Limelight. I was like a freshman in high school. No, I was a sophomore. And she was like a sophomore too, but I think she was supposed to have been like a junior or some shit. But she would be partying her ass off. I was like, wow, it was crazy. But yeah, Girl, I just don't remember. For instance, I've been out of high school a super duper long time. I just know that that girl's stepfather owned one of those fucking one of those racetracks. I just don't remember which one. I know they lived they had a big ass house out in Lake Forest. Crazy. And her mama just sold her fucking condo somewhere in New York for like $7, $8 million. These people had money. And then she moved to Israel and she lived in Israel for a few years and that was interesting. But yeah, yeah. She had like three last names and shit last time I checked. And it's crazy because I be seeing pictures like when Trump was president and shit, you know, her and her mother would be like at Mar-a-Lago at like cocktail parties and shit. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, I don't think that was his last name. That last name don't sound familiar. I just gotta, I'm gonna just call one of our friends that we went to boarding school with and ask them. But she on my Instagram page. He was old as hell. I don't know, man. I just remember her telling me that her stepfather owned a racetrack. That's all I remember. But I do know the money there's money in horse racing. There's definitely money in it. But I'm just like, I never understood. Only thing I know is you pick a horse and you hope that horse wins. And then all sorts of rules and shit go with horse racing. But I ain't gonna lie to you, if I had like a huge ass house out in the countryside, you know, I would probably have me about two or three horses, but I ain't riding. Mm-mm. You know, wealthy people get into riding horses and shit. I'm not. They want to play polo and do equestrian riding and all that shit. No, it's our. It was gorgeous. I'm never. I've been to the one over on Cicero. I've never been to the other one. Never. But I'm just like, damn. Now up in New York, they got the aqueducts, and they got another place. They got the aqueducts, and they got another horse place, but it's like in upstate New York. I don't even know if upstate New York is that the aqueducts. I don't know. But one of my girlfriends went to a college up there. It was called Skidmore. And she was like going to polo and equestrian matches. I'm like, that's, other tracks didn't have grass. For instance, look, baby, I don't know. Because, like I said, I only been to one horse thing. And this is years and years ago. The unit that Jay worked for, they had their Christmas party. And I didn't think they were racing horses. Was it a Christmas party? I don't know what the fuck it was. I just know it was at the one over on Cicero. That was my first and only time going to the the horse track here in Chicago. But I did go to Churchill Downs. But guess what? I wasn't in the stands where they were um watching the race and shit. They have like tents and shit set up for cocktail parties. I was where the drinks was. I ain't gonna lie to you. Plus, I didn't bet on no horses. I didn't know any of these damn horses. And the names they be giving the horses be crazy, like Sweet Damn Sugarfoot and Thunder Lightning, just all sorts of crazy names. Like other names like Here Comes That Guy. Just very interesting. I always like horse names because, you know, okay, I don't know. Girl, I don't know. I just know that's where we went. And I had never been to a horse track in Chicago before. But it's interesting, you know. I remember once I went to dinner, me and Jay went to Ron's in Japan for dinner, and these people were here racing their horse. And it's like the hibachi type thing. And we were sitting with them at this table, and I guess the conversation was good. And the man excused himself from the table. And when he came back, everyone's just still sitting around talking and shit. And Jay asked for the check, and this man had already paid the fucking check. I was just like, wow, that's what good conversation with motherfuckers. Because I was telling, I don't know shit about no damn horses. They pretty, but I don't fuck with them. But, to each his own. Princess likes her giraffes. I like small, cuddly, fuzzy animals and cats and some dogs. I like snakes too. I like snakes, but I'm not, I love horses. I think they're beautiful. Want to own one, just don't want to ride. Somebody's like, wouldn't you buy a monkey? I'm like, no. Mm-mm. Monkeys are a lot of work, and monkeys are expensive. And I just wouldn't buy a monkey. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm lying. If the monkey was only as big as Ezra, if he was only this big, I would get a monkey. But hell, Michael Jackson had bubbles, and he used to dress him and shit and have to put diapers on him. And he looked like he might have shitted a sizable turd. I'm not doing that. It's probably the size of a grown person's turd. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm just not. Pardon me. You got a little chimpanzee running around your motherfucking house. No, no, no. Uh-uh. Now, when I, you remember when I went to Bob Evans and I had that whole thing when I had dropped Maddie off? Got the dude's number who's the manager. He knows somebody in Wisconsin or either Michigan. He said this guy sells sugar gliders. Now they are cute. But I'm like, damn, he's supposed to have those motherfuckers as pets. I would get one. Look up pictures of sugar gliders. They're so fucking cute. And they part of like the marsupial family. Cause they got a little pouch on their stomach that the little baby live in. Shit, I didn't know motherfucking what are those raccoons or possums had little pouches on their stomach that they babies live in. I was looking at some on Facebook the other day and seen a baby kangaroo, like when it was like little bit crazy as hell. Like they only be about this motherfucking big or even smaller. And they just stay inside. Like they mama give birth to them, right? From her lady kangaroo parts. And it be little bitty. And she licks her stomach where her fur is. And the little kangaroo baby crawls up and goes into the pouch, finds her teeth and nurses. and it just stays in there until it starts getting bigger. And they don't be having no fur for a long time. And then, they might come out and they start learning to hop, and then they get back in that motherfucking pouch. I'm scared of kangaroos. They cute, but I done seen kangaroos attack people. You scared of monkeys? They move too fast. And you put a little monkey emoji there. Yeah, man. Monkeys do move fast. But you remember some years back, a woman had like a pet monkey or something, and that motherfucker ripped her face off. I ain't going. I ain't going. I don't need no pet that could potentially rip my shit off, man. Like, where's my face? What you do? Mm-mm. Hell no. I remember, y'all remember the woman who was asleep on her couch and her dog ate her face off? Come on, man. That's why I ain't gonna get no dog, no pet that I can't overpower. If I can't break your motherfucking neck, I don't need you as a pet. Because sometimes pets can tweak out. That woman had that dog bit that woman's face off. Where does that happen? And then y'all might have to look up the monkey thing. That woman had that motherfucking chimpanzee. But see, people be getting these overly exotic pets and shit. They want tigers. Look up the man in Harlem who had a fucking tiger living in his project building, one or two tigers living in his project apartment. Why? You know, you know how big a tiger gets? I don't know what happened. Y'all gotta Google it. Somebody Google it. Man in Harlem, I think it was Harlem, who had tigers living in his apartment building. And it's crazy because they said that people would see him walking the tigers around, like through the projects and shit. Like that shit was normal. Hell, a few years back here, we had a whole motherfucking alligator in a pond. Literally, I could get to where the pond is. There ain't no traffic right now. I could be down the street over there in 15 minutes. Motherfucker must have had a pet alligator. That motherfucker start getting too big. You know, you gotta have money for pets like that. Motherfucker, alligator start getting too big. Motherfucker took the alligator probably under the cover of darkness one night. Oh, yeah. Took the alligator under the cover of darkness one night and dumped it over in a lagoon over in Humble Park. They call like animal. This woman was up one morning, like taking pictures at Humble Park at like the sunrise, and the bitch taking the picture, and she was like, "Hold up," and she snapped the picture, and she was like, "That's a motherfucking alligator." And she called the police, and the police, she showed them the picture, and she pointed like it was right there. And animal control came out. They had some motherfuckers come from like Lincoln Park or Brookfield Zoo. They all out there trying to catch this motherfucker with like chicken and shit like that. Couldn't catch him. You know what the city had to do? They hired a motherfucker from Florida. Dude came from Florida and caught that alley. It took him 2 days to catch that motherfucker. He caught the alligator. They took it somewhere and checked it out, and then he got on the plane and took the motherfucking alligator back down to Florida. Now the alligator living in some sort of alligator sanctuary. Yeah, I heard it was alligators in South Carolina. But they in Florida too. But that's their habitat. They got those marshlands and shit like that. People be getting on some extra shit like, you know, it would sure be nice to have a baby alligator. You get it, that motherfucker grow. And then you can't keep that bitch in your house. And instead of fucking trying to surrender it to a reputable place, you just dump it in the fucking lagoon. That man came from Florida and caught that alligator in 2 days. Promise you. Like a baby alligator, when it's first hatch out of shell, the egg is about this big. This big. And people be like, oh, it's cute. Yeah, it be cute when it's that big, but then that motherfucker grow and be done ate your leg or something. No, no. Mm-mm. Like that, what's that guy name? Lion King guy, Lion World guy, Joe Exotic and whatnot. He even though he had like his own like wild animal refuge, animals need to be free, man. Things like look at Princess. Princess talking about she want a giraffe, but she also wants land to house them so they can roam free and whatnot. And then why do you hear the kids downstairs? Girl, I do not know. I do not know. I'm sorry you hearing them. They actually running and playing. Girl, don't make me mad. You know how I feel about that. You know how I feel about that. Yeah, people be getting. I remember a story, like a documentary I seen. This woman had all these wild ass big cats on her property. Something happened and she couldn't take care of them anymore. She couldn't feed them. So she would get in her car and drive down the highways and shit. And she would pick up roadkill and she would feed them the roadkill, right? One day, no one could find her no more. Like her people was like, "Where that bitch at?" No one knew where the fuck she was. They sent the police out there. She been ate by one of her motherfucking tigers. Leave these overly exotic animals the fuck alone. Leave them alone. You're not supposed to have them. And people be wanting them. And y'all know I'm into animals. And I love cats. But I would have to draw the line. You know, I don't be understanding people. I could understand Princess and her giraffe. Especially if she got the space and she could just let them just be giraffing all over her land. But a tiger, that's why, there's no more Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus. Because animal rights people got mad. You cracking whips on them and shit. Let those animals be. Let them go to their natural habitat. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't even believe in zoos anymore. I don't believe in zoos. It's nice to know we done seen them. Let these animals go free. Let these animals go free. It's kind of sad. They hold them in captivity for us to be able to come look at them. I don't like that. Set them free. But, they so used to be. I think even though they're used to being taken care of, I'm pretty sure once you release them back in the wild, their natural instinct will kick in and they'll be okay. Mm-mm. I don't know. Princess, the kids on holiday. Card is 12:45 Chicago time. It don't make a difference what the holiday is. It's time for school age children to be laying down. Now you can lay down and be watching TV quietly. 12:45 ain't the time for no kids to be running, bumping, and playing. Yeah, some of them need to be cared for, but I mean, damn. A lion's supposed to lion, the king of the jungle, gangster walking. Mm, mm, mm. Colors, colors. You know, I, they need to be free. But if they were born in captivity, I don't know. I just feel like animals need to be able to just roam and just be animals and not exhibits. You wanna see wild animals, get you a passport, get your money up, because a plane ticket to Africa is expensive, round trip. And go on safari and see them in their natural habitat. Seeing them at a zoo is not their natural habitat. Oh, and it's school tomorrow. See, and CPS schools haven't let out yet. These kids need to be asleep. Mm-mm. Somebody will be getting their ass tore up. But see, that's the parents' fault. It ain't the kids. Kids are kids. Parents are parents. Parents are supposed to parent. I'm at work. I forgot the time. Yeah, exactly, Card. They need to be to sleep. That's the parents' fault. And this late is disrespectful. They jumping and bumping loud as hell. I can hear them. See? Mm-mm. I would have knocked on the motherfucking door. I would have knocked and just looked at her. Why they up? Why they jumping? I live above you. Why am I hearing them? As of lately, the people downstairs, they ain't been making no noise like that. But I think, it's just me, I got to belch it. Excuse me. I think that one of the ladies down there makes her kids do that on purpose. I really do. Because she know I don't like her and she don't like me. And I would have liked her if when I asked you politely to stop the kids from running and bumping all fucking day, if she had just gave her children corrective action and said, don't be running and jumping, and you continue to let them do that. Now I don't like you because you are a weak parent. Your parenting is weak. If I say stop and go sit the fuck down, we live in a building with other people. It's 4 families here. You need to use your inside play voice or inside walking. You don't run in the house. I grew up and you did not run in the house. You rip and ran outside. I remember grandma's like, don't be running in my house. Parents, don't be running in my house because the house wasn't to be ran in. They allow these kids downstairs to run. And these are not, they're young children, but they heavy. They husky, okay? They some husky ass kids, the whole house husky. Teach these husky children not to rip and run the house. And then when you ask her to do it, she comes up with, that's what kids do. Yeah, outside. And that's why I don't like her anymore. I liked her when she first moved in here, you know, and she does hair, you know, and I'm like, oh, that's right up my alley. But she allows these kids to bump and jump like that and then makes excuses. And one of my blood pressure goes up when motherfuckers make excuses. I do not like excuses. It irritates me. You know, apparently is something not right here. You're trying to give me an excuse for poor behavior. Okay, I don't like you anymore. It's just that simple. And that's how I am. It works for me because they're disturbing my peace. And I do not like my peace to be disturbed, especially when the fuck I gotta lay my head. Like shit be moving on the wall when they're running. And she doesn't see this. And this is how I know they never lived anywhere nice. It's very apparent. We don't do that over here. Have some class and decorum about yourself and correct your children. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. I just don't like bad kids. And every time they see me, the kids just be, cause the kids be looking, cause they know that those bitches sit downstairs and talk about me. She always complaining. Yes, and I'm going to complain every motherfucking time. Every time. Cause you're not gonna keep disturbing my peace. Those motherfuckers start running at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning and they rip and run all day. These ain't small people. I think she may relax, but you also get a little extra sometimes. Um, that is your opinion. Um, you have been here and you've heard them running. So imagine hearing it every day, 7 days a week. If I need to be extra, then I'll be extra. Yes, she's paying rent just like we are. We pay more. And a lot of things we don't ask for help with in this building. We handle it with our own fucking shit, our own fucking money. Rent on time, before time, paid ahead, that whole 9 yards. I shouldn't have to hear that shit. I shouldn't. And if asking them to stop and being polite about it is extra, then I guess that's what it is. I don't like that shit. It's not fair. It's not fair that we have to hear that. And for hours, it be sounding like they jumping off of the couch and boom. You would think like something happened or something. It's really no, what's extra is they are extra allowing these kids to do that. And it's just it's rude. It's not very neighborly. That's all. Have some gumption about yourself and make your kids sit down. You're not this isn't a single family dwelling. It's a it's 4 units. Make them sit down. There's all this area right across the street. Let them go rip and run. There's a backyard. Let them go play in the backyard. You just let them run like that? Mm-mm. Unacceptable. And I shouldn't have to hear it. And my children shouldn't have to hear it. Why is it when I'm walking, I can feel it under my feet and you live under me? Mm-mm. No, no, thank you. Mm-mm. There have been situations here and they've been asked not to do it, not by me. I've asked, no, I never asked. The landlord tried to address it over and over again. Then one person down there just kept doing it. Like, fuck them. I don't give a fuck. I can do what I want. No, you can't. Take that hood booger ass bullshit someplace else. This ain't this ain't the area for that. And this ain't the building for that. And what she was doing, bitch, stop it. She called her corrective action today. So I'm gonna see how long it takes and if it works. And people be like, oh, that's you might be mean, that might be mean. I don't give a fuck. You don't live here. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Because the own I mean, it's gonna be one. Those kids downstairs from you should be asleep. Period. But a lot of times on weekends, you probably hear them downstairs too. But I be in the house a lot. You go out and you got other things to do. You're doing classes, and so you don't be home. You know what I mean? So you get a little reprieve from it. But I wake up to hearing this shit. Like I never seen people who run so much, kids who run so much and so husky. Y'all doing all this running, like learn to walk. I didn't teach my kids. My kids my kids didn't run in the house. The other day, I guess my neighbor had a dude stay there while she was at work, and he decided just to start. What? Wait a minute. Let me reread this. The other day, I guess my neighbor had a dude staying here while she was at work. And he's decided to just start shooting at 3 a.m. near my window for no reason. Wow. Oh, girl, I'm so sorry. That's just, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. Oh my God. I mean, the kids are bad downstairs. I don't think, knock on wood, hopefully not. They don't get on no dumbass shit like that, you know. But don't nobody want to hear no noise where you gotta lay your head. Your domicile's supposed to be your peace. So, since you can't make your kids be peaceful, then I have to take the necessary steps to make sure that I secure my peace. Because your children are disturbing my peace. Yeah, that's too much. Card. It's too much. People, but see, this how you know when people ain't lived places that are nice. Because I know it scared the shit out of you. You're sleeping, blah, blah, blah. Just ignorant. Ignorant. No consideration for others. It's unfair. I hate that. And I hate that you had to go through that and jar you out of your sleep. I just hate ghetto ass shit. Like, seriously. It irritates me. For what? Oh, girl. We'll talk when you get off work. I didn't even know that happened. Oh, now I'm irritated. But anywho, you guys, I'm getting ready to get off of here. I have scared. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, sweetie. I gotta be at court tomorrow. And I need to pin curl my hair up. Uh, girl, she know the type of trash she has in her house. You know, it's just fucked up. We'll talk about that. So tomorrow is run to court and gotta go get some more paper towels at Costco. They give me a bouquet of flowers for the kitchen, and then I'm back in the house. Um, Thank you, everyone, for coming to the Lady Lounge. I appreciate you all. Um, God bless you all. Be safe. People are fucking crazy. Um, what else? You all support means everything to me. Also, please hit the like button on your way out. That's like closing the door behind you. Um, Thank you guys. You all rock. And shit, I'm gonna go put my hair up and lay my black ass down. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Oh, I will talk to you all tomorrow. Thank you all for being here. And good night. I'll talk to you and let you know what happens with court tomorrow. Good night.